This video is sponsored by Conqueror's Blade. Conqueror's Blade is a free-to-play, team-based strategical MMO game with a unique medieval setting. In this game, you can defend your assets and fortifications by commanding your very own army in 15 versus 15 player versus player battles, with 10 warlords to choose from that create new possibilities to outwit your opposition. With the warlords, there are also over 55 unique battle units to assist in your control, helping you become unstoppable. With these features, you can team up with friends online and explore the new season and battle passes that have just come out, so now is the time to play. So, try the game out now with the link in the description. If you use the specific link below, you will unlock an exclusive and free arsenal of battle supplies. There are 10 free bonus items to collect, so check it out now. Now. Hey, what's up guys? Sandstorm here. Today I really just want to talk about my journey in the bracket of the Winter Championships that happened. 1v1 was just this past weekend, and I want to give my thoughts on the results. Alright, first of all, round 1 pools. Honestly, I don't remember much of this. The only person I know really is Poolit. I expected to play him after round 1, but he lost to Lego Man Hair, which is unfortunate. And we go into top 128. Lego Man Hair was, I believe he played Ember, and he had a pretty solid bow actually, but I kind of just read every dodge, was able to get onto him. It was pretty good. Next match I played was Nova. I've heard of him before. He's a Rayman player, and I think he did pretty good game 1, but I figured him out game 2. I'm pretty sure it was a 3 stock. There's a certain point where you can just do any moves you want when you have a lead. That's pretty much what I did. So it was solid. This moves into top 32, which is when the tournament starts to get serious. I had to play Tiffany, whom I played a lot in the past. I actually can't remember the last time I played her, but game one was, I think I had a pretty significant lead for the most part, but I just at the end she started to make a comeback, but I stopped that from happening. Game 2 was not close. I think it was a JV3 on my part, and I got into top 12 after that. Let me see who Tiffany beat to get there. It was Kui. Yeah, I was expecting 100% to play Kui, but no, it's 2-0 on her part, which is good. So from there, I get to play Cody Travis, which I knew was gonna be tough, because anytime I play Cody Travis, it's tough. I think he's like an insane player. I think the last time I played him was at CEO. He beat me 3-1. Yeah. I'm not good at playing against him. I remember game one, he immediately nearly 0 to deaths me, and I had to slow the pace of the game down significantly. And I remember for 2 stocks straight, I was able to just get a hold of him, and I won that pretty solidly. But game 2, he did what he did game 1, and he just picked up on his bad habits. He almost immediately 0 to death me immediately again, but he didn't lose control of it. So he didn't 2-stock me or anything, but he definitely got my number. Game 3 was pretty much last hit. I made a few crucial mistakes. I tried to read one of his follow-ups. How the game ended was he caught me with Axe Sidelight Nair, and I didn't expect any follow-up, and he just immediately stared afterwards, and it was at the very edge, and I died at late orange on Mammoth, and that was that. I just lost, so that was good for him. I just messed up a lot of buttons. I respected his options too much. The biggest thing he got on me was I tried to play too grounded. When he had guns, I got hit by at least 10 gun sidelights, and I got overwhelmed by it, and that's how I lost. I didn't know who was gonna win between him or Remy, because yeah, Remy is obviously, I think, just as good as Cody, but I had a feeling I would have to play Cody again, but I was really wishing Remy would have won, because I like playing Remy better for two main reasons. I do better versus Remy, and Cody, yeah, that's just the main reason, actually. So yeah, losers here. I had to play my good friend Mike Santi. Game 1, I didn't know who to play, because after I lost to Cody, I was kind of doubting my character choice. And game 1, I tried Volkov, and Santi was playing Asuri, and I just couldn't get my hits in. I tried to use Axe more versus Katars and Sword, because I'm not confident in those matchups as Scythe as much, and I'm still working on how to use Volkov's signatures like to their best ability, but I couldn't do it, and he just took game 1. So I was like, it's a best of 3, I'm down 1-0, don't want to get 9th for the first tourney of the year, I need to keep the top 8 streaks going. So I just went Fate, and game 2 I won solidly. He didn't know how to deal with my orb. Game 3 was, I had a nearly 2 stock lead, and actually it was 3 stocks to 1. He was 1 healthy. I was on my last hit for stock, and he brought it all the way back. I think I got too confident. He definitely played more grounded. He didn't rush in all the time. He kept one big thing that he does a lot is he wakes up after getting hit. So with Orb and Scythe, 2 big string weapons, I just caught onto that, and that's how I just steamrolled him. But he fixed his bad habits right where it mattered on his last stock, and he brought it all the way back, and it was last hit. And how I won was I kind of just stood still, and I just threw out an end sig, and it worked. And I was like, all right, whatever, it works. He told me he was mad about it, which is understandable, but hey, I got top 8, so whatever. Here is the crazy part of the tournament. Top 8. So I feel like if I got into winner's side, if I didn't barely lose to Cody, I would have just won the tournament. Because Ethan, I play very well versus my old partner. I know what he does. Pugsy, I actually don't know if I've played Pugsy in tournament before, but not where he started to be like really good. Towards the end of 2019 is when he started to pick up his skill. I haven't played him at all since, not even in like ranked, I don't think. And he beat Stingray, so I'd have to play Pugsy in winners finals, but I think I could have done it. Jaw's low defense. I know how to work around her signatures. I play some Jaw myself. I feel like it would have been better than fighting Cody. Watching Pugsy and Cody, their play styles are like so different from each other. I feel like I'd be able to handle it better. And Pugsy ended up winning the whole tournament, which is good for him. He hasn't won a major since 2016. I didn't even play the game then, so I didn't know, but I read what everyone said, so it's good for him. He was happy about that. But on the loser side, I had to play Wrenched for 7th, which is like we played in grands of nearly every tournament last year. We played way too much last year. I think he still has a positive set win-loss ratio versus me. But he beat me like 6 times in a row. Like near the end of the year. It was ridiculous. So here, I went Dusk first game, because right now I don't think Scythe is the best weapon in like to play in the meta. Right now the best weapons are like Axe, Lance, Hammer, Sword just got a buff that's really consistent. Scythe struggles on the ground and in the air versus all those weapons, and even though it's like my best weapon, I just was not confident going in. So, and one of my better weapons right now is Orb. So I was like, well, it's a different Orb character that is really good. Most of them. But I feel like I've been playing a lot of Spear lately, because I like to mess around with Orion. Peep my Twitter. He has high dex, which is really good, like Wu Shang. I played Wu Shang in tournament before, and Ethan was doing really good with Spear too, as well as Stingray, two Spear players in top 8. So I'm like, I'll try Dusk. I'm not the most familiar with the SIGs, but I know how to play the weapons well. And game 1 was last hit. I barely lost it. But it's fine. It's fine. So game 2 is like, okay, my orb was working well, but not my spear. What is even easier than Dusk, who's really good right now? I see Thor, high defense, amazing character. So I just picked Thor. And the next 2 games, I played so slow with Hammer. I felt bad. It was so much fun though. But it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's how you beat guitars. You need to stay grounded and wait for them to make the first move. And they were pretty close games, but I got a hold of him. Game 4, he adapted to me really well. He just got like an early gimp, and then he carried the lead, and you just go next to game 5. So I made a complete switch. I had the thought of abusing Cassidy, because Cassidy has like 90 true combos or something. Not really, but the use of NSIG, it's nearly unreactable. Side sig, I didn't like hammer side sig. I didn't really hit any hammer side sigs, but on both of our weapons, you can downlight NSIG and kill really early. I don't believe I hit them, but I had the signature usage in mind when I played him. My goal is to mainly use hammer and just like overwhelm him with moves, which I did. I got him at ledge a lot with like side light, end lights. I just played bait and punish and waited for what he did, and I used her NSIG efficiently, which is what I wanted. I ended the set with an NSIG off ledge that got me a 2 stock, which was solid. So I got to beat Wrench to go into 5th to play this dude. Stingray. Alright, so during the break between BCX 2019 and to now, this dude's just been getting better and better. Like, Stingray, I played him a lot in ranked. I saw him play versus other players. He won a community tournament versus Boomy. I forget how long ago, but I think his spear is really good. The way he plays spear, he adapts very quickly to what you do. Not even like, it's like whether you dodge or not on certain moves, and like how you retreat from pressure. That's what he's really good at. Because I know in many cases he would just read what I do and just side sig and it would hit me, or he caught my jump a lot of the times. So game 1 I went Cassidy because I played Cassidy before into Wrench, so I just wanted to see how it did. Game 2, I needed to switch off. Game 1 wasn't like I didn't get destroyed, but I knew I need to play Scythe because it's my best weapon, and I needed Axe because Axe does really good into Lance. So I wanted to see how I did. One thing he does a lot that I caught on to a lot was he dodges away. So whenever I could go in with Scythe, I would read his jumps, and once he dodged away, I would end light and then recovery and follow up. He would always jump after hit stun, where I could do side air or another nair. I could just string him off the level a lot, and I caught him out of his options like recovery and dodges all the time. So game 2, I won. Game 3, I won solidly. He went to Tori because I'm guessing he didn't want to play Lance into my Axe. I won game 3 solidly. But game 4, I feel like this is where I lost. He striked certain maps. I believe it was Brawlhaven, Enigma, and the new Steven Universe map. I forget what it's called. Crystal Island? Yeah. I went to Enigma. I don't know why, because that is like Orion's best map. I was thinking more of like the Axe combos that I could do to him with you could do Sidelight Nair and D-Light if you catch a Sidelight on Axe. And that map is just historically good for Axe all the time. But I was a fool because I forgot of Lance's benefits and specifically Orion's benefits, I just for like a stock and a half I got destroyed. I didn't even touch him. He 0 to death me. He abused the Sig so well on that map. I'm pretty sure I died at orange. I just dodged bad. I'm like, as soon as he was like, he knew he was 0 to death me twice. I'm like, yeah, okay, just move on. Next game. In game five, I just lost. I made large errors. I did Sigs. I did what I wasn't supposed to, like end Sig. I messed up a couple edge guards, and he killed me with the ballsy decision to just side Sig. I caught him out of a grav cancel, and I threw my weapon at him, and I got punished for a side light by his side Sig. I should have just advanced into him and tried to kill him that way because he ran away from me. But I lost last hit. So I got fifth. At the first tournament of the year, which is, I mean, okay. Historically, I have not done good at winter championships at all. 2 years ago, 2018, before I won my first tournament, I got 33rd, which is not good at all for me. And last year, after I won Worlds of 2018, the first tournament of the year, I got 7th. So it's a step up from last year, but historically, I just don't do good at these tournaments. So for me, it was definitely a wake-up call. And I know what to do now for the next tournament. I wasn't confident in my character choices or weapon choices at all. I think going on, I think sword is a super consistent weapon right now, so I think I'm gonna try and pick up like a Sidra on the side. Notably, but the main characters I'm gonna play now, I'm gonna try and focus on gauntlets, because gauntlets, I've been neglecting the buff they got, and my orb is super good, so I'm gonna play Petra and Mordex. Those are gonna be my main characters going forward for once. I'm gonna see how they do. Petra's signatures are insane. They're nearly as good as Fate's. Mordex is my go-to character, and Sidra is my cannon. Is the best cannon. I know how to play the weapon very well. Once I'm waiting for the rework to come out, I'm gonna put more time into cannon and see how sword is. I know I'm gonna want to play a cannon legend, but because of how good sword is right now, Sidra Sigs are insane also. I'm gonna try and play more Sidra. So Mordex, Petra, and Sidra are gonna be picks that I'm focusing on, and see how I do. 2v2 this weekend. I am playing 2v2 this weekend with my good partner Boomy, who I didn't even talk about right here. I think he had the same problem as me with character choices. He just needed a wake-up call to see where the meta stands right now. He played like Cassidy, Thor, Ragnar. We were all just like wondering what to do. We now know what to do for next tournament. But Boomy and I have a 2v2 tournament this Saturday for Winter Champs. We're pretty confident. We've been playing. We know what to do. We're going to be running Cassidy. He played Cassidy at Worlds. And I'm going to play Volkov. I'm going to continue Axe for 2s because it's like super good in 2s right now. And Volkov, I think, has more mobility and options with the Scythe than Zol does. He doesn't have the kill power necessary, but the Sigs are there that make up for what Zol doesn't have or struggled with. So we have a lot of team combos. We have a lot of synergy with those characters right now. I think we're going to do really well. So, yeah. Well, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you have any requests of any videos I should make in the future, drop them down below. Follow my Twitter and Twitch down below. Join my Discord with the link down below. And I will see you all later. Bye. Vibe City. Oh yeah, that's